Judge, this is the case, Mr. Wilson.
Okay, thank you. You all may be seated. Mr. Wilson, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm here today to request that the court reduce my child support that I currently pay my ex-wife. Currently, I pay $800 a month, but up until last year, I worked for the city, and now I'm currently self-employed, and I make considerably less money. So I was requesting that my child support be lowered to reflect that.
Before we go any further, where is Mrs. White?
I don't know.
You sent her notice that she was supposed to be here today, right?
Yes, she was served.
Okay. So, I guess she didn't understand how serious this was today. All right. So, you said that you used to work for the city.
Yes.
And now you're self-employed.
Yes, I am.
And what do you do self-employed?
All right, folks, let's dive into this courtroom showdown. The video opens with Judge Thunderbeat bringing the room to order as the case of Mr. Wilson versus his ex-wife, Mrs. White, gets underway. Mr. Wilson is requesting a reduction in his child support payments, claiming his income has dropped significantly since leaving his city job to start a tow truck business. But here's the twist. Mrs. White is nowhere to be found. Despite being properly served, she failed to show up in court. The tension's already high. Will the judge rule in favor of Mr. Wilson, or will Mrs. White's absence complicate everything?
I own a tow truck business company.
Okay. Are you making more money or less money now?
I'm making less money. I have a lot more expenses being self-employed, but I make less money.
All right, all right. So based on what you provided to the court, you have some receipts.
Yes, I do.
Showing what you pay in what daycare expenses. I also see a 1099 here that you have from workers. You have what, 2 employees?
Yes.
Then I'm also seeing a tax return here. Based on this tax return, I have your earnings. It has gone down. Mm-hmm. It has gone down. I have you at about $3,700 now.
Yes, that's about right. I make about $47,000 a year.
All right. So you say you pay $200 a month in health insurance?
For him, yes.
And this is for him only, full
yes.
coverage for only him, not you and him.
Yeah, it's about, with both of us, it's about $450.
Okay. Just want to make sure, because you don't get any credit for yourself. It's only credit for health insurance for your son. You understand that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Mr. Wilson steps up and lays out his case, explaining how drastically his financial situation has changed. He used to bring home a steady paycheck working for the city, but since venturing out on his own as a tow truck operator, his income has taken a serious dip. He's now asking the court to lower his monthly child support from $800 to something more realistic. And he didn't come empty-handed. He's got receipts, tax returns, even a 1099 form, all showing a clear decline in earnings. But here's the kicker. Mrs. White isn't there to challenge any of IT.so. Is this an easy win for Mr. Wilson? Or will Judge Thunderbeat dig deeper into the numbers before making a decision? The courtroom may be quiet, but the pressure is anything but.
So based on that, I have your net, and giving you credit for the $200 that you pay in health insurance for your son comes out to about $2,834.23, which would bring your new child support amount to $566.85. Okay?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson, I do appreciate you being here today and being timely. Thank you. I didn't want you to think that just because Mrs. White decided not to show up today for court, that the court could not move forward. Because in Texas courts, once you are served, you're on notice with a hearing, you have to appear. And if you do not appear, the other side who's bringing the case does still have the opportunity to ask the court for some sort of relief. So you're here today asking for your child support to be reduced. You submitted evidence to support your stand.
Judge Thunderbeat isn't letting anything slide. She meticulously combs through every piece of paperwork Mr. Wilson submitted, from tax returns to the health insurance premiums he pays for his son. After a detailed review, she confirms his annual income has dropped to around $37,000. With that, she recalculates his child support obligation, adjusting it to $566.85 per month. And she doesn't stop there. She clearly states that Mr. Wilson only gets credit for the portion of health insurance specifically covering his son, not himself. It's a textbook example of how child support modifications are handled: thorough, impartial, and rooted in hard evidence. A true masterclass in courtroom precision.
She had the opportunity to be here and contest whatever it was that you submitted in court, your 1099s, your tax return, even some of the receipts that you provided. But it was a missed opportunity for her because she decided not to come to court. So in the future, whenever you need to come back to court, maybe to change your order, life change or something like that, just make sure that you always send notice to that other person, because you are able to still receive some sort of relief although they fail to show up. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is there anything further?
No.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome. You are dismissed.
Judge Thunderbeat delivers her verdict. Mr. Wilson's child support will officially be reduced to $566.85 per month. But she uses the moment to drive home an important legal point. When someone is properly served and still doesn't show up, the court doesn't wait around. The wheels of justice keep turning. Mrs. White's no-show didn't stall the case, and thanks to Mr. Wilson's well-documented evidence, the judge was confident a reduction was justified. Before wrapping up, she gives Mr. Wilson a firm reminder: always follow proper procedure. Even if the other party fails to appear, the process must be respected. It's a powerful reminder for anyone navigating the legal system. Preparation matters, and so does playing by the rules.
It's Vonda Bailey, and I'm coming to you as the lawyer this time. We have arrived at the educational portion of our show. I just wanted to go over what this segment would cover and how the different scenarios interact with child support under Texas law. I was served to be at a hearing for child support court, but I failed to show up. What happens in that case? Well, let me explain to you what happens in support court with Judge Vonda B. You will receive what's called a default judgment. That's right. As well as in many courts in Texas, if you do not appear after you have been served with a notice of a hearing, you will be defaulted by the court. What does default mean? Default means that whatever the relief that the person who brought the lawsuit was requesting, the court has the discretion to give them that very relief. Now, you do still have to put on your testimony. You still have to provide evidence to the court. The court just won't take your word for it and say, okay, you need a reduction in child support, I'm just going to reduce it. That's not the case. You still are required to put on your evidence. So just keep in mind that although you do not show up for court, the court can still move forward on a case.
The video transitions into an insightful segment with lawyer Vonda Bailey, who explains the legal consequences of missing a court hearing. She walks viewers through the process in Texas, where if someone is properly served and doesn't show up, the judge can issue a default judgment, essentially ruling in favor of the party who did attend. However, she emphasizes that this isn't an automatic win. The party present must still provide solid evidence to back up their claims. This segment ties everything together, offering valuable, real-world advice for anyone who might find themselves in a similar legal situation. The video concludes with a call to action, urging viewers to subscribe, share their own experiences, and join the conversation. It's a powerful reminder that the courtroom is more than just a battleground for legal disputes. It's about ensuring fairness, accountability, and, most importantly, the well-being of families.